So let me show you some of the cool things we can do with shapes. Now, on the Home ribbon, if we select the Shapes drop-down, you can see there's a wealth of things that we could add to our presentation. And once again, to reiterate, don't be limited by thinking that all that's here is all that we have to work with. Let me go ahead and add in a really commonly used item, at least I've used it a lot. We'll add an arrow. Now, by default, it'll have its default attributes, but you can alter things after placing a shape on the screen. Notice the yellow handles here. They're going to affect different aspects of the shape. And depending upon the shape that you add, there might be varying amounts of these yellow handles that you can use. For example, if I put rounded corners on a box, the yellow handle would represent how rounded that corner was. Was it a sharper corner or was it much more rounded? In this case, these allow me to control the width of my arrow, the height of the arrowhead, the width of the tips of the arrowhead. So you can see I can finely tune my shapes to better meet my needs if they didn't draw out exactly how I wanted them. But for now, let's go ahead and add an emblem to our Velocity team logo. What we're going to do is we're going to build a V emblem. I'll start by adding a trapezoid. And bear with me, this is an upside down V so far, so let's go ahead and take that and we'll flip it vertically. You'll start to get an idea of what I'm going for here in a second. We'll add in a triangle, which also happens to be upside down. I'm going to overlay that. And to make sure everything works properly, I'm going to align those tops together so they're overlaid. And now I'd like to introduce a new feature for PowerPoint 2013. Under my drawing tools, there's the ability to combine shapes. So we talked about grouping things before. You can group things together, but combining shapes allows you to merge it into one shape that can't be undone. So let's say maybe you wanted to build a library of emblems or something like that, and you didn't want people to steal your work and be tearing things apart. You could use shape merging. So in this case, as I hover over, you'll see the various effects. Union's not going to work for me. Combine. That leaves me with a V. Now, if I want to apply some styles to that, I can alter the look of my emblem. Let's hover over and check out some of these. The white edges make it look a little bit more distinctive. Let's take a look at that. If I right-click on it and format it a little bit further, I can mess around with the line maybe a little bit. This maybe change it to a double line. Put a double line around our V and we have a nice emblem representing our Velocity team. So before we move on to animations, I'd like to give you a chance to try that.